Virtual Tarot. I'm Ava.
And I am Trudy. And thank you for taking the trip.
Yes, through the pyramid. And we are in the spa.
Yes, we are. This is the spa area.
Yes, this is the ancient Egyptian spa area right behind us where we would frolic and swim in the pool with all the pharaohs.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
Club Pharaoh back
Club
here.
Pharaoh.
Oh, wow. It is just
So we decided
terrific.
to take our time machine back to ancient Egypt, to the time of Isis, the goddess Isis, the mother goddess.
the mother of all gods.
The mother of all gods.
That's what we call it.
Yes, and you know, it's interesting being back here because not only do we get to explore the history of this incredible period in human evolution, but we get to meet all the common people, all the regular people, and see what their life is like, and it's so interesting, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Well, we were saying women have rights back here.
Yes.
And we are absolutely independent of our men. There is no such thing as marriage. However, the men do present their bundles to us, which would be their dowry.
Yeah, so they had to give us a dowry
Right.
at the time. That got a little reversed later.
Yeah. But it is a great place
It
back
is.
here. It's beautiful.
Very fashionable, and of course the pyramids, before they were decimated by looters and seekers of the treasures within them, still had their casements totally intact, and they still had the gold cap.
Isn't that
on
amazing?
top.
Can you envision
Oh my God, can
the
you
Great
envision that?
Pyramid of Giza? Completely covered in alabaster.
In alabaster,
White
white.
alabaster.
With a pure gold cap at the top. It was like mirrors in the desert.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it was just extraordinary.
It's like a giant street light.
Yes, yes, it is. And in fact, you know, there are many theories that say that the pyramids were not tombs, but in fact that they were energy generators. Really.
Right, yes, and there is some evidence to back
Yes,
that up.
there's a labyrinth of waterways underneath
Right.
Giza, I believe.
Yeah, and there are scientists who claim that that is the absolute truth, and we should post some of those videos on
Oh,
our
we
Facebook
should.
page.
We will do that
We'll
for
do
you.
that so you can watch a little bit of, about the history and the new realizations.
The new
Yeah.
evidence and the new speculation as to what these pyramids were about and how they were built, because really they still don't know.
And even today,
Even today,
engineers can't.
They can't figure out
Well, they
how in the
couldn't
world
build it,
they
yeah.
did it. I mean, they tried to replicate it in one way or the other, but totally unsuccessfully. So
It's crazy.
now
I love it.
let's get to the point, and the point being is Aries.
You are here at the Oracle's table.
Yes.
Once
In
again,
ancient Egypt.
we're really excited to read for Aries this month, in the month of May.
In the month of May. And let's do a little recap from the month of April, which was quite, you know, it was probably one of the most intense months for almost all the signs.
Yes.
So everyone had to go through some tension of sorts. And with Aries, it had to do with the Lover's card that
That's
came
right.
up unexpectedly.
That's right. Major arcana stuff going
Yes.
on in your love life, or maybe just integrating the male and female within yourself.
or
Psych-
choosing between several passions. You know, having two passions that you really can't decide which one is more relevant to you, which was more important to you. And at the end, you got the Hierophant upright.
That's right.
Ooh, and that was about
Traditional values, perhaps marriage.
perhaps marriage, or perhaps even just trying to adjust to the social norms.
Yeah.
To
Well put, Ava. Yeah. That was the end of the month.
the end of the month.
Yeah.
At the beginning you had a lovely card, the Four of Wands, meaning stabilizing your passions, decorating your home, opening the doors to neighbors and friends, sort of welcoming
Right.
people in to your domain.
Yeah, the challenge was stability.
the challenge was.
Stabilizing your passions.
Yes.
That was in the position of challenges.
Was it, or was it
Yes.
the first one?
No, it was.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was in the position of challenges. Stabilizing
Your passions.
your
yes.
passions, or
Not letting them run away with you. You know?
right.
And
Right.
not letting them lead you. Instead, becoming firm in them. So,
What a month.
What a month it was.
Whoa.
So let's see.
Okay.
We've already shuffled these cards.
Yes,
I
we've
always
shuffled.
do that to
She
you.
loves my
I
little
love
crystal ball.
I keep pushing it. I don't know why.
So, if you haven't watched
Oh, yes.
Virtual Tarot ever before,
Yes.
then we
I'm
would
sure
like
you're pretty
to-
shocked.
Yes. We would like to kind of clue you in on what we're going to do here, okay? So we do a 4-card spread. First card is just the tone of the month.
The overall tone of the month.
Second card is in the position of challenges. Third card, what you might not expect.
Yeah, that's always exciting.
And then the fourth card, moving into next month.
Yes,
sort
the
of.
outcome.
Yeah, and then we're going to just
Yeah, sometimes
Chat
it's
about
about a very important event, whether it occurs at the end of the month or any other time in the month. It's just that it highlights it. So let's see.
yeah,
For the
and then
month.
and then Ava and I will talk at the end.
Yeah, we can't shut us up.
That's right. Good thing we're back here in Egypt.
Yes, we have the right to talk back
Okay.
here. All right.
All right, you ready?
Ready?
Okay, the first card.
Lovely.
The very first card.
7 of Pentacles.
Perfect.
Upright.
Perfect card.
So,
You got your feet in 2 worlds.
well,
You may have 2 things going on at the same time from a practical standpoint.
yes.
And you are actually seeing some financial rewards.
Right.
Which is great because you've been working, and now you're
So the month, the whole month.
things are
influenced
blooming.
by this.
Things are
blooming. And the 7s again are a point at which you stop and you survey what you've done, because you see how he's gazing down at the pentacles that have grown out from this beautiful bush,
Right.
and he has a hole
Yeah.
in his hand, and he's done all the work in order to grow, and the pentacles mean either how you make your money or just physical manifestations of whatever it is,
Your work.
your
Product.
work, material things that you have grown, and you then look at it and say, oh, you're appreciating what you've done, and you need to take a little time to really let these things sink inside of you, to give yourself that moment of deep appreciation for yourself and for all that you've accomplished up until this point.
It's kind of like when you're planting a garden.
Yes.
Like a summer garden, which I'm sure many of our viewers are doing
Yes,
just that.
now that it's spring. because
Yes.
It's still May, it's still spring.
Yeah, so you plant the garden, and then there's this moment where you realize, wow, I could actually harvest that tomato,
Yes.
and it will feed me.
And it will feed you.
Or whatever
Very
is in your
beautiful.
garden, it will feed me. And this
Yeah.
seems to be the time in Aries year where these things will be thoroughly appreciated because of other events that are going on.
Right.
You can
So
feed yourself.
You can feed yourself. You can sustain yourself from what you've accomplished. All the things that up until this point have allowed you to sustain yourself.
Ooh, it is a part of sustainability.
It is.
Oh,
It
wow,
is.
I love
It
that
is.
card.
All right, let's move on.
Hanging on to your money.
Okay.
It's the card of frugality. But then it's in the
Four of
challenge.
Pentacles, right, upright. So now, okay, you've made your money. You've taken the time to peruse what you've done and appreciated it and calculated it, and sort of taken a stock of what you've done.
Oh, yes.
Taken stock of what you've done.
Yes.
And then your challenge is to manage that money, manage the money, manage the material
Right.
things.
It's like the canning phase.
It's the
I don't know why I keep thinking of harvest.
She's like a farmer.
I'm a farmer over here. But do you know, like, I don't know if you remember this, but my mother had an apple tree.
Oh.
And she would, every year, look at this apple tree. I cannot remember exactly what month it was, but she would look at it sort of in horror, but in awe at the same time. Horror because she knew that she would have to can all those apples.
Oh, all the work.
All the challenge.
The challenge is to manage your money.
Manage your apples.
Manage your life, in fact. To stabilize not only your career, but that which, anything that you do in order to make your money. And to stabilize even just your lifestyle as well.
And you store it up because in the future, going back to the canning,
yes,
that we would have applesauce all year long.
Yes.
Thanks to my mother's hard work in the challenge phase.
Right. So what you want to do is you want to be conservative with your money, with your goods, with your property, with that which you feel is yours. It's a hanging on to it. It's like keeping things close to the breast and protecting what you have.
Yeah,
literally.
And that is in the position of challenge. All right, I can hardly wait.
I can hardly wait. In the position of the unexpected, we have.
All right, I can hardly wait.
I can hardly wait. In the position of the unexpected, we have.
Oh my goodness.
Temperance. Upright.
That is great.
Oh my goodness.
Temperance is a major arcana card. And let's talk about temperance for a little while. Because I think it might be relevant a little bit to where we're at right now. It feels like I don't know, I feel Isis in this card.
Oh yes, I do too.
It's like the card of
the feminine divine.
Yeah, it is.
Really,
it is.
Because you see, look at what such a fascinating card, because she has wings, of course. So she's angelic.
As does Isis.
As does Isis.
Yes.
And she has two cups, one lower than the other, but the water in the cup is not flowing from the top cup to the bottom, but from the bottom cup to the top. In other words, this is about elevating your spiritual and emotional sensibilities.
Almost in a supernatural kind of way.
Yes, to bring yourself up above the fray, above the mundane, above what's going on underneath you in your life. So to stand above, to be able to detach and to stand above, and to pull up your best and most authentic and value-filled person inside. So, because the card is faith.
It is, and it's angels.
Angels and faith.
It's like angels watching over me.
Yes, it's your guardian angel. And they're whispering.
Oh, I just got a little chill.
Yes, I was going to say they're whispering in your ear.
Yes. In
They're
the position
telling
of the
you-
unexpected, your guardian angel
Right.
comes, sort of hovers over you as you sleep.
As you sleep, and it gives you words of advice. And these are words from the higher place, so that when you have choices to make, you choose always the best, the action with the most integrity.
And so have no fear, because this month, as you let the past flow through the present and into the future, you will be comforted.
You'll be comforted.
And you will be protected by your guardian angel. So call upon your angel.
And it's also a card of patience, meaning that, and tolerance.
It is.
Temperance, meaning that when things are disturbing you, that your best remedy is to remain patient, calm, and accepting, and not to react.
Ooh, I love this.
Yeah,
It's something unexpected. Oh my gosh. It's a major month.
It's an outcome or the most important event of the month. is. I see. So that's why we have the Temperance.
So we have the Seven of Wands in the inverse. So there's a bit of a problem. We are turning inward a bit here, it seems, because there's a problem. We're defending ourselves.
Yes, but in a sense, you see, when it's reversed, this is being self-defensive, over-defensive, overreactive,
or even the opposite of that, where you're a little bit
weak,
defenseless,
perhaps even defenseless, feeling weakened, feeling like you can't protect what is yours, you can't defend who you are, you can't you can't stand up for yourself.
Right, and that's just at the end of the month.
But sometimes, though, it could be the opposite of that, in that you become too aggressive.
Depending upon,
too defensive.
Aries is very fiery.
That's right, too defensive, too self-defensive, too
interesting,
too pushy.
So in this reading, maybe this is the advice of Spirit to contain your natural proclivity towards defensiveness, towards just kind of take a couple of steps backward, because Aries really doesn't. I mean, their natural inclination is to defend themselves.
Definitely, you are the soldiers.
Yeah.
You are the ram. You butt heads easily.
Yes.
And so this is about the fact that something is going to put you in a position where you feel you need to butt heads.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You need to defend yourself.
You need to defend yourself, and you see, unexpectedly, you need to be patient, faithful, and respectful of your higher integrity, and to act always from the higher integrity. So it seems to me that the last card may mean you're almost fighting for no reason. You're fighting for no reason, and the card before suggests that you step back.
Yeah, it does, and it really feels to me like, in the inverse, because Aries is so fiery. Maybe
it's a fire card.
Maybe, it is a fire card. It's a wand.
It's a wand card.
So maybe, you can take a back seat.
Yes.
This time, and have faith that someone else will come to your defense.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's an excellent way also to see the possibility of this card. But what's interesting is that financially, you're getting it together. In other words,
even though you're defending yourself, you're
but
finding a way to balance the budget.
You're balancing the budget, but this is a passion card at the end. So something you feel passionate about, it comes up, and you feel guarded, and you feel that you need to protect what you have, but you're either unable to do it or you do it too much. One or the other.
So have faith, because Ava and Trudy are here to tell you that you don't have to worry, Aries, because this month your angels have your back.
They have your back. They always have your back. But somehow this month you're really going to feel it.
And you're going to need it.
Yes, and you're going to need it.
So call on your angels.
They're there. They're just waiting. They're all around us all the time anyway.
And thankfully, the month begins with this just...
Oh yes, it begins with
a plenitude of...
And you feel proud.
Money.
Proud at your accomplishments.
You can feed yourself.
Yeah, thank God.
That's really nice. So...
And this is your symbol. I just wanted to remind you that you've got this beautiful tree of life.
You're a fiery sign.
You're a fiery sign. So connect with the tree of life, and you will get through this month. And if you would like some help from us personally, we do private and personal readings. So please go to virtualtarot.wordpress.com.
Right.
I got
it. Good job, Ava.
I only say it a million times.
It's kind of long.
It's long. And we have a lot of readings there that you can choose from.
Right, from emergency readings?
Yes.
To burning question readings?
One burning question to career.
Life path.
And if you're starting a new business, we do even pragmatic readings like that to give you a clue as to what you might expect, even in your business.
Right. This looks like perhaps a business reading.
Yes,
here.
it does. It does. So if you need that help, please come. We appreciate your help by you taking a personal reading from us. It helps us to bring these free readings to you as well.
That's right.
So
we love doing it. So tune in.
Tune in
next month.
Yes.
I
think we're gonna stay here. We love the spa.
Yeah, it's really great back here.
All
so
the pool boys, they're always bringing us pomegranate wine.
It's great. So check out our Facebook page. Don't forget to share these videos.
Yes.
If you haven't already, please subscribe.
And if you know your rising sign or your moon sign, please go there as well.
Yeah, and look at some of the past videos that we've done. If you look back at the playlist, you'll see some of the other videos for March and April.
And now May.
You get a better idea of the entire sort of year.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to the pyramid to see us at our oracle table. Thank you, Aries.
Stay tuned for the story of Isis.
Oh yes, stay tuned for the story of Isis. Namaste.
The history of female and mother goddesses help us as women to understand how slowly over time the divinity of women, which had been held in high respect in antiquity, became fractured and eventually lost its value in cultures around the world. Isis, the primary mother goddess of Egypt, is a prime example of this. Isis has been worshipped longer than any other known goddess. From the origin of written history to the 5th century AD, her worship began in ancient Egypt and later spread throughout Asia Minor and Europe. Her religion was a mystery cult in which she was revered as queen of heaven, earth, and the underworld. She was the goddess of love and gaiety. She was a powerful and magical healer, gifted with the ability to cure mind, body, and spirit. Isis is regarded as the universal mother. She is often portrayed suckling her son. She was a particular protector and patron of women. Isis guided women in childbirth and comforted women bereaved by the death of loved ones. Her qualities of compassion, tenderness, love, and devotion have endeared her to women throughout the ages. She is a reminder to women of their connection to the All-Goddess and to each other. As a patron of women, she affirms women as great sources of strength, healing, and inspiration for each other. She shows us our own ability to heal ourselves and to heal others. In the 4th century BC, Isis worship reached its greatest peak. There were great temples built to her. The cult of Isis spread from Alexandria throughout the Hellenistic world. After the 4th century BC, it appeared in Greece in combination with the cults of Horus, her son, and Serapis, the Greek name for Osiris. The three-part cult of Isis, Horus, and Serapis was introduced into Rome. In the 1st century BC, Egypt became a province of Rome under the leadership of Augustus. The Romans ruthlessly extracted money and resources from Egypt. They thrived at great expense to the conquered Egyptians. Over the centuries of Roman domination, people in Egypt and throughout the Mediterranean world sought comfort through the worship of the traditional Egyptian gods, whose mythology embraced a central belief in life after death. In time, the consulship of Rome made efforts to suppress or limit Isis worship. The cult virtually died out after the institution of Christianity, and the last remaining Egyptian temples to Isis were closed in the middle of the 6th century AD. In ancient Greece, the god Zeus emerged triumphant, but there were also several other gods. The male god of the ancient Hebrews, ancient Christians, and ancient Greeks effectively usurped the creative powers of the mother goddess, claiming for himself the female ability to produce offspring. And now, billions of women in the modern world are left without a positive archetype of the feminine divine. The ancient goddess Isis serves to remind us of a time when the female qualities of compassion, tenderness, love, and devotion were revered by mankind, so that now we as women can once again recognize and revere our own feminine divine.